honey, let me start off by saying how sorry I am for your loss. 13 days, that is so raw and so fresh still. I remember being in that stage of the game. I'm a year 5 widow. Well, I'll be year 5 officially October 6th. And some days that grief and that pain feels as fresh as it did when I first watched him take his last breath. Um, to answer your question, um, and it's a valid question, um, and it's a sensitive question. Um, and I don't know your relationship with these other family members. I don't know if they're his adult children. I don't know if they're siblings. I don't know if they're par- I don't know where they happen to fall. But 13 days in, honey, at this stage of the game, the grief you need to manage right now is your own. And that isn't to say that you can't be there, not in any way, shape, or form. You can be there. But the only one that you can really manage right now is you. Because that's an awful lot to take upon your shoulders right now. You know, it's very difficult to try to, you know, reconcile your emotions and your feelings and your grief and your loss and your, you know, fill in the blank with this person, that person, and some other person. You know, and it's okay to want to be there, and you can certainly lean on each other. That's what it's all about. But honey, don't don't take their grief and make it yours. You know, don't take anything upon yourself that isn't yours, because you're already carrying enough. You're already dealing with enough. You're dealing with loss of your person. The fabric of your life has just been ripped in half. And now you're trying to figure out how to stitch it back up as best you can. You are trying to find your way in a world that was once the two of you, and now it's just you. You're learning to walk again, is basically what you're doing. You're learning how to walk again. You are navigating waters that you have never swam in before. And it can be scary. And it can seem insurmountable. And you're already trying to figure out, you know, how how to take what two used to do and make it one. You're already trying to figure out that. You know, you're already trying to figure out your new role, your new walk, your new life, and for the lack of a better phrase, because quite frankly, I hate this phrase. I've come to absolutely despise it. Your new normal. And then to add anything more to that mix is just making that load even heavier. And that is what you can't do. You can be an ear, you can be a shoulder. Absolutely. You know, but don't take anything upon yourself that isn't yours. Don't, as I said, don't take their grief and make it yours. You know, set those boundaries if you need to. And if you're met with opposition because you do, well, then there's a reason why you had to set those boundaries in the first place. But right now, you need to look after you. It's your mind and your heart and your everything else that is trying to heal and needs to heal so that you can move forward, whatever that may look like. That's not and again, that's not in any way, shape, or form saying you don't care about these people. that you don't want to help. You know, you can share resources, you can share books, you can share articles. Maybe you know, maybe maybe if you know if they live close to you, and if they're open to the idea, maybe a grief and loss group, like a support group. Um, because your losses look different. You are grieving the loss of a spouse, of a husband. They're grieving the loss of, you know, a brother, of an uncle, of whatever, you know, whatever that role happened to be. And just be there the best way you can. Just love them and let them love on you. I'll be thinking about you. And I'm here too. Got a whole community here on this app that's got you. We got you.